I need to remove every last bit of this Portland cement or it will totally destroy the bricks in this wall. It's already started in some places. All 8 exterior walls need this attention and it's going to be a rough summer. If this Portland cement goes too deep, I am in for a very miserable summer. These bricks have seen a lot of history, so I want to preserve them as much as I can. I think the Dremel tool is going to be alright for cleaning up the faces of the bricks. It's just not enough to clean out the mortar joints. This is my progress yesterday with a Dremel tool, grinding for about half an hour. Just not quite good enough. It's going to be so hot over the next couple of days. I'm going to make a rule. Once my tea gets down to this level, I'm going to call it a day. The Dremel tool really struggled, so we're going to bring in something a little heavier. It's going to be a high risk, high reward kind of deal. I forgot to take the plastic off. If we do vertical cuts, they're going to be real shallow. Time for a drink and a smoke. That kind of sucks. Ooh. These lines in the mortar are very useful. They're giving me a general guide for my grinder to go through. Are you tempted to tell me to wear a mask? Just remember, I already have a mother, fuckface. Here's something silly you see quite often in old brickwork. You have a hole in the brick, so you fill it in with Portland cement, and it destroys the brick all around it. All the relief cuts are made. I just have to come along with a chisel and just clean them up. I made a lot of progress today, but on the other hand, I'm dangerously low on tea. The walls are almost exactly 5 foot by 8 foot. The windows are almost 6 foot by 3 foot, so that takes out almost half of a wall. Tiny little dusting of brick. There's an old void in the brick. They filled it in with this mortar. I need to take it out as gently as possible to avoid any unnecessary damage to this brick. If you look close, you can see how irregular the bottom of this brick is. The mortar joint actually goes up and fills in a void in the brick. When I clean this up, you should see a little bit of a bump right there. The bricks have definitely seen more abuse on the bottom than the top. The top is relatively flat. Down here you can see it's not perfectly straight at all. The brick next to it is very similar. Very irregular bottom. And the top is pretty well straight, with some chipping along the corner. Got the same thing, more beat up bottoms. We're going to give the mortar a test run across these two joints and these two vertical joints. The camera looks hot. I want this area to absorb as much water as possible. So while I wait for that, I'll take a smoke break. I wasn't planning on pointing today, so I didn't bring my usual pointing tools. I'll have to do the best I can with what I have on the truck. When I point masonry in the summertime, I definitely prefer to do the work in the evenings. That way it has all night to cure a little bit before it totally dries out in the sun. I didn't wet this brick down, so it's certain to fail. If these mortar joints cure and turn white, then I have a very good mix. On the other hand, if they dry and they turn gray, there's too much soil in the sand and it just won't bond properly. I half expect this sample to fail, but this sample I know is going to fail. It's going to dry real fast and break right out. You can see tiny specks of unslaked lime in the mortar. This is a common attribute of historic masonry. I'll be back in a day or two to see how this turns out. It's a big mosquito right there. Just a few minutes from Salem is Finns Point National Cemetery. It is the final resting place for most of the about 2,500 Confederate soldiers who died at nearby Fort Delaware as prisoners in the American Civil War. My great-great-great-grandfather was a guard at Fort Delaware at the age of 14. He was just a local kid, and he could just about see his bedroom window from the prison. I have no known family buried here, though I do have a few rebel uncles and cousins buried at Point Lookout down in Maryland. In the corner, there are 13 German prisoners of war who died in World War II. I really don't think much of the stone wall surrounding the cemetery. Probably a stone wall built by a block layer.